All right, welcome to Perdido Key Gaming. It's hot and humid again today out here on the Emerald Coast. Today we're going to take a look at another role-playing game, the newest edition, I believe. I think it's anyway. But what we got here is Shadowrun, which a lot of people from the 80s will remember the first one when it came out. You know, not too many people, were familiar with the internet or anything like that. So, I mean, it was pretty basic. Everybody knew about computers. Everybody'd seen war games and everything like that. But this is the newest version of Shadowrun, set in the near future, where basically, there's a whole bunch of types of monsters have not monsters, other races other than human have emerged because of something that happened in the near past anyway. But corporations pretty much run the planet, and the whole game is based around your characters going up against corporations, bad guys, or they are the bad guys. But anyway, so, it's got your typical elves and orcs and trolls and humans and things like that. It's, not a real complex game, but I got a little stipple today from cutting grass. But the big thing is, the bad guys are going to be the corporations, basically. If you really want to think about it. But you have your characters are any number of professions. You got your street samurai, you got your hackers, you got your people that are able to jack into their cars and drive vehicles and things like that. And this is basically these are your professions, street samurai, the rigger, who's the driver guy, the decker, the hacker, technomancer, which is some sort of spellcaster of some sort, because you got magic. Can't have your orcs, trolls, and elves without magic. Normal spellcasters, of course, and then your charismatic guy that is the face. They call him the face, which is a big change. But I mean, it's skill based. You're rolling against most of the time, like Rollmaster, you're not going to roll all the time for every single thing that's going on. But and these and you fit into a template. You got your basic class, but you fit into a template. Street shaman, occult, occult investigator, brawling, martial arts types. Like I said, the face is, the guy who gets regular business done. Gunslingers, smugglers. I mean, there's everything. You got your computer hackers. You got your magic. You got your other races. You've got dragons. And then you got your warrior types. So it's kind of a combination. Shadowrun's a kind of a combination of any number of genres of role-playing games and things like that. But it's obviously people have tried to do the cyber type thing. Then I forget what they used to call that, the technomancer type games. The original Shadowrun came out in the 80s, and it was pretty basic. I got a copy of that somewhere around here, but any number, there's all sorts of weapons, and it's if you there's plenty of material really to I'm sure there are adventures out there but most people are gonna probably like to do their own adventures, and like any good game masters, the spell type things, you can enchant items. There's all sorts of things that go on in this game. But it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, that's the original Shadowrun right there. Well, the cover art for it. You know, back when nobody really knew what the internet was. Everybody thinks that the internet is the World Wide Web, but the World Wide Web is what sits on the internet. And you know, nobody really knew anything about it. You know, even us when I was in the Navy. You know, the internet was, well, what the heck's the internet? I only got into it when stationed overseas, and I found out what the internet was and had to learn it on my own, basically, how to get around. But yeah, there's tons of grenades, rocket launchers, other equipment. But in this particular rule book, there's no. You got your master index at the back, and there's no adventure or anything like that. So you're gonna have to either find one on the web, make one yourself, and or buy one. I haven't really seen any around, but I have to probably look. And there's all these little stories and stuff inside the book, giving you a little the flavor of this kind of campaign and everything like that. So, but this is going to be a short video. Just wanted to show off another genre of role-playing game that people could get into. I played it a couple of times with folks, not as the games master, but with 3 or 4 other players, and games master. He had a pretty cool setup, and it was pretty interesting. But that's about it. If you got anything to add, please put it in the comments. Hit like, hit subscribe, as always. It helps me out. Try to get this channel off the ground, and let me know what you think. And I hope you have a fine week. This has been Shadowrun. Pick up a copy if you're interested in a role-playing game that combines everything.